My name is Marty Schoppert. I'm the guide here at the Historic Savage Mill and also the mill historian. First production run came out of the mill in 1816 and was built by the Williams brothers, who were pioneers in the Maryland cotton industry, and it produced 8-ounce cotton duct principally throughout its career as a cotton mill. Well, it seems that there are occasions when people trying to leave the mill have a little bit of a problem here on the third step from the bottom. As they're going up, they'll usually catch the toe of their shoe and fall forward. In fact, that actually happened to me. I was working for the county government, was walking up the steps, minding my own business as it were, and I did indeed trip. And I noticed that there was a gentleman over in this other location that was laughing, I'll say, a little bit too hard at it. So I, being suspicious and maybe a bit insecure, I took a look around, make sure there was no trip wires or anything else that could have been going on. Didn't see anything, so I gently went over and asked him what was so funny. And he said, "She got you." And I said, "What do you mean she?" Because the only two people I saw here in the middle of this area were he and I. He said, "There's a 12-year-old girl ghost that trips people going up the steps." So I looked around, didn't see a thing, excused myself and said, "Well, sometimes things happen." Off I went, didn't think anything more about it. Came to the mill about 2000 to collect some stories, and the first story I collect is the little girl that trips people going out of the mill. I was giving a tour and I mentioned that I didn't know the name of the young lady that does the tripping here, and a lady who identified herself as a median after the tour advised me that she had gotten the name Ellen and the year maybe, or just a number, 1843. She's 12 years old. She started here working probably at the age of 8 because unfortunately child labor was still legal in those days. And I think she may just want a little bit of attention. Sometime that step is one of the most measured steps, I believe, in the state, because if we have a rash of her tripping people, the engineers, the insurance people come out, they'll measure it again and again. We haven't found a bit of difference in that stair or that tread than any other in the steps. A lot of times if I'm going out, I'll mentally or actually a little verbally say in a whisper, "Have a good day, Ellen." And sometimes to my tour guests, I recommend the same thing. Just say, "Hi, how are you?" and "Have a nice day," and nothing should happen. Well, it's not unusual to have little things happen. One of the most popular things apparently for the entities to do is call your name. After you've been employed here maybe a week or so, it's not unusual to hear your name called, either in the store that you're in or here in the main hall. And you look around and there's nobody there. This is a stairway on which Miss Rebecca King fell and died. She was with a group of children that she was supervising, and she was hurrying down this step, and as she came down, she either had her foot tangled in her skirt, maybe an untied shoelace, and she was going fast enough, not running, but fast enough, and the angle that she hit this wall, as she propelled herself into the wall, it broke her neck, and unfortunately she died here. Since that time, she's been seen all over the mill. I mean all over the mill. And I believe that she was still, and is still, supervising the children that were placed in her care. On the evening of one of my tours, a paranormal group was here setting up to do an investigation. And when they heard the tour was going on, they wanted to take the tour to see if they had all the hot spots listed. And after the tour, they asked me if I would like to go and assist with the ghost hunt. So I really don't want to run around in the dark because I know that they were up in what we refer to as the attic in the original building here on site. So I said, "No, I don't really want to take part." And they said, "Is there anything you'd like to know?" And I said, "Well, ask them how they like the tours, what they think of the tours." And later that evening, as they had been set up and they were doing recordings, they asked if they knew the name of the man who does the tours or gives the tours here at the mill. And twice they got the name Martin. Well, I very seldom use my name Martin here. Usually I'm always Marty. They then asked if they had a message for Martin. And twice they got the same message of "Thank you, Martin." So I've been very comforted about that. I think they hope they appreciate what I'm doing. I try to be respectful of any entities I talk about here or anywhere else. And I always think that if there isn't an entity, we're talking about the memories of somebody's family. And I think they deserve the respect.